Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. Basically, I will be speaking on a topic which has been invented by me, but it's not yet practiced much, okay? And I will be specifically focusing on how I do it for my TKRs. These are my declarations. As you all know, knee surgery is one of the most painful surgery, and out of that, TKR has a numerical rating scale of around 5.41. And where are the nociceptive nerve endings? The nociceptive nerve endings extra-articular, it's mainly the enteromedial skin, medial reticular complex, and intra-articular starting from synovial membrane to almost the posterior part of knee capsule. All these structures, they have nociceptive nerve endings. And what are the innervations which are relevant to it? It's mainly divided into the extra-articular or the anterior group of sensory nerves, and it's mainly the saphenous and the nerve to vastus medialis. And intra-articular, it is nothing but the posterior group of sensory nerves, and it is the popliteal nerve plexus, which is formed by the tibial nerve and the posterior branch of obturator. So what are the nerves relevant for postoperative analgesia in TKR? It is the saphenous nerve, the nerve to vastus medialis, the tibial nerve, and the posterior branch of obturator. Why analgesia for TKR is a problem? Till now, there is no gold standard. Many methods have been tried with success and also with success. So there no gold standard exists till now. And these are the nerve block options of extra-articular with their own advantages and disadvantages, and combined with it the nerve block option for intra-articular like the sciatic, the selective tibial, IPAC and LIA. Can we block both the intra-articular and extra-articular with a single injection? Yes, ultrasound guided 4-in-1 block, which we published in 2018 January. And what are the nerves which we are blocking? The saphenous nerve, the nerve to vastus medialis, the sciatic nerve, and the posterior division of obturator. And this is applied anatomy. The classical adductor canal we give in the mid-thigh, but 4-in-1 we almost go down. The place where the superficial femoral artery dips down through the adductor hiatus into the popliteal fossa, and the place where it gives the descending genicular artery. Just above that, that's the injection point, and we block the nerve to vastus medialis, saphenous nerve. The posterior division of obturator crosses the adductor hiatus into the popliteal fossa, so we catch the nerve at that place, and the drug trickles along with the superficial femoral artery into the popliteal fossa and blocks the sciatic nerve. The first case which we did was we did a contrast study, because obviously we cannot do a dye study. We have a problem with the cadaveric. So we found at that place, after injecting the drug, we had the drug spread proximally up to almost the beginning of the adductor canal and distally into the popliteal fossa. Just before we had almost 6 months gone into our study, this study gave us a motivation to publish it, because the injection which they have given is the same place where we are doing our blocks. I will show you later on. And they found that the drug spread into the popliteal fossa, staining the popliteal plexus and above into the adductor canal. But obviously the sciatic nerve was not stained and the nerve to vastus medialis was not stained. So how I do it? This is a ergonomics. The patient position is the leg is externally rotated, abducted, and the knee flexed, the frog leg position. Ergonomics is most important. We use a linear probe and we go for an in-plane needling. So this is a sono anatomy. Once you scan, we get a sono anatomy where the vastus medialis is laterally, the sartorius is medially, the superficial femoral artery just sitting in between, and you can find the descending genicular artery coming out. Just above that, we slide the probe slightly above that and we inject the drug. So this is how we identify the injection point. We slide the probe on the medial aspect of the knee, starting from the medial condyle, and as we go up, we wait for the descending genicular artery coming out. You can see the descending genicular artery coming out. As the descending genicular artery comes out, we slide the probe slightly up, and the place where the descending genicular artery has gone, is the point of injection. This side is lateral and this side is medial. This is the vastus medialis, this is the sartorius, this is superficial femoral vessels, and here is the adductor magnus. So this is how we identify the injection point. We go for an in-plane needling from lateral to medial, and just above the superficial femoral artery, we place the needle tip and we inject around 30 to 35 ml of 0.2% ropivacaine with 1 mic per kilo of dexmedetomidine. After aspiration, we inject in around 5 ml aliquots. First injection, we slightly try to hydrodissect that plane, then we slightly advance the needle, and as I inject, you will see the artery dipping down. You can see the spread of drug in the adductor canal. From the point of injection, I am sliding my probe up. I am going up. I am almost in the mid of the adductor canal. You can see a good amount of drug surrounding the superficial femoral artery. I am going up. Still you can find a good amount of drug. And I have almost reached up to the start of adductor canal. You have got a good amount of drug spread. And this was the drug spread in the popliteal fossa. This is a pre-block one. This is a sciatic nerve with no drug around it. And post-block, you can see a good halo of drug surrounding the sciatic nerve. So, after practicing this block for few, we found that some of my patients are complaining of pain in the medial aspect of the knee. Then we went for the cadaveric study, and we found that in many of the individuals, in mid-thigh, the nerve to vastus medialis ran to a different bilayered fascial envelope, separate from the Hunter's canal. So we modified our technique, and in modified, what we did, we injected the drug needle as earlier, and we use the PNS, and we stimulated the nerve to vastus medialis at 0.4 to 0.5 milliampere, and after getting a good contraction of nerve to vastus medialis, we injected around 5 ml of local anesthetic, and again the same needle will proceed just above the superficial femoral artery and inject the drug. Here you can see the two branches of the saphenous nerve, the tibial and the infrapatellar branches. Now the same needle has gone ahead, and we inject around another 30 ml of drug here. So in a hospital, what is a protocol? Pre-operatively, we give paracetamol 1 gram orally and tap pregabalin because many of these patients have chronic pain. Intraoperatively, we give dexamethasone 8 milligram IV stat, Maxelf 1 gram stat and induction, paracetamol, diclofenac, and ultrasound guided 4 in 1 block, either after spinal or general. And post-operative, we continue on paracetamol 1 gram IV TDS, and we repeat the block once next day. This is our TKR patients who are walking 6 hours after surgery. I'm sorry. 6 after surgery, after the spinal effect has weared off. He is a doctor. This patient is a doctor, and he was very happy with our pain management. He is walking unassisted almost, and this is third post-operative day. He is walking stairs.
I, Dr. Pranakruta Das.
This is his feedback which he gave for an educational platform.
Of right total knee replacement surgery at Care Hospital by Dr. Basant Kumar Behra and his team. And pain management by anesthetist team of this hospital was so good that I didn't have little pain at the time of operation, even now.
This is a bilateral TKR. The day I came here, we operated, and obviously she was slightly obese. So after around next day, after 12 hours, she is walking. And the clinician feedback. Obviously, I told many of this block, because it's not a randomized controlled trial, we have not come out with a randomized controlled trial, so the acceptability of block has not come up. But there are some who have started doing it, and what they told that 4-in nerve block leads to blocking all nerves around the knee is easy and safe, and it can be done in supine position with a single injection technique. It is one of the easily administrable nerve blocks to achieve analgesia of sciatic nerve distribution in supine position. And in last year, Indian Journal of Anesthesia, my paper came as a high fives in regional anesthesia section as 5 best publication in anesthesiology and critical care in recent past that can influence practice of anesthesiology in India. Thank you.